Hello and welcome to another lovely edition of the program Teaching and Learning on Radio. Teaching and Learning on Radio is a program that comes your way every weekday on Prestige FM and some other radio stations. And it's brought to you by the Ministry of Education right here in Niger State. We have lots of subjects that we treat every week, every day of the week. We always try to see how we can give the students at home another opportunity to learn while they are home. You know, the pandemic is everywhere. The coronavirus pandemic is everywhere. And so the shutdown and the closure of schools and companies actually made the students are at home right now. Those preparing for WAEC, NECO, and other examinations, I think it's an opportunity for them to stay at home and learn while listening to radio. The teachers, the facilitators will be right here in the studio with us. They will tell us about a particular subject. They look at a subject and a topic, and the phone lines will be open for you to actually call in or probably send a message and ask your questions, and you will definitely learn something. So, well, it's for students at home, and it's brought to you by the Ministry of Education right here in Niger State. Teaching and learning on radio. Teaching and Learning on Radio it is. Well, today we have lots of things to learn, and we have our facilitator in the studio. You're welcome.
My dear esteemed listeners at home, today we're going to be doing oral English as an aspect of the English language. As it is, English language, like it is with every other language in the world, has sounds. And of course, sounds of English, because English language is not native to us in this country. We tend to have too many problems when it comes to pronunciation, particularly to our students in the JS classes and of course in the SS classes alike. But today, we have gone out of our way to find out those words of English, sounds rather, that are a little bit difficult for most of our students in the junior classes to pronounce and of course to answer questions during examination situations. So today we're going to be doing some of those sounds. So it is expected that at the end of this lesson, our students will now try to see those sounds, see the symbols, or perhaps hear them, because I'm going to make an effort to describe them. So as I describe them, students listening to me will now imagine the symbols, and of course they can use their dictionaries or textbooks to see same symbols, recognize them, learn how to pronounce them, and even identify them when it is time for identification in their books. And of course, when I will be given the questions, I will be given at the end of this lesson. So first and foremost, like I said, this is not as if a topic under oral English. It is just a title we chose to give it, saying problematic sounds, meaning difficult sounds. So this is it. We're going to start with the very first one. And the first one is written, I will try to describe it. You just imagine, you know, every sound of English is written within slanting bars. If you like, 2 forward slashes, that's how it is done. So imagine writing a letter I, and immediately after letter I, colon, you know, the 2 dots, the colon. So that is it under in between 2 bars. And the sound is E, E. It is a long sound. It is known, we already know, our teachers must have told us, that once a sound is written in between bars and it has 2 dots coming right after it, it means that the sound is a long sound. We can understand that. So this is what we have done. So that sound is E. What I have done habitually as a teacher, whenever I talk about sounds, I tend to remember to give what I call spelling symbols. These spelling symbols are the likely spelling combinations that you will watch out for as a learner, as a student, that whenever you see them, you know, okay, if this is combined with this as letters, it will end up giving me this. But this is not going to be always the case, because English is the way it is. So for example, the first spelling symbol is going to be, because we said the sound is E, so the first spelling symbol typically is going to be double E, meaning E, E. E, E, together. They come together without no consonant in between them. So you have words like feel. I say again, feel meaning F-E-E-L. We have feet, We have other words like that, feet, F-E-E-T. We equally have E-A. E-A. E-A, we have it in such words like S-E-A-T, seed. We have it in dream. So the idea is, once you say such words that contain E-A or E-E, whenever you say them, you discover that as you say them, the sound E comes through. And that is the idea. We have another one. In E-A, another example for E-A is F-E-A-T-U-R-E. So we have feature. Everyone say feature. If you say feature, it's the pronunciation. But some of us tend to confuse feature and future. These are two different words. So it's feature. So we have words like that. So EA here, and I keep saying again, whenever we say these spelling symbols are what they are, EA gives you E, don't think as if it is a conclusive kind of rule. Okay, you go back home thinking, oh, so even R-E-A-D in red as the past tense of read gives, no. There is read, R-E-A-D, read, and the past tense of read remains read, and the spelling remains the same, R-E-A-D. So this is English, I am saying. So now again, another spelling symbol is going to be, E-Y. E-Y. Did I say E-Y? No, I didn't say E-Y. Sorry, please for that little mistake. So I said again, another spelling symbol is going to U-A-Y. This is very important. U-A-Y is a very key word that examiners most of the times have used to confuse students. U-A-Y. So you have it, U-A-Y is in the word, for example, Q-U-A-Y, and it is pronounced as key, as much as you are saying K-E-Y. So Q-U-A-Y is the same as K-E-Y. We also have another one. Another spelling symbol, which is O-E. O-E in words like estrogen. Estrogen is spelled as O-E-S-T-R-O-G-E-N. So we say, most of my students will say estrogen, and of course it is estrogen. Another one is amoeba. I have had students say amoeba. That's a very difficult way to say it. So, it's just amoeba. We also have another word like that, which is F-O-E-T-U-S, which is fetus. Which is what? Fetus. So we can go on and on. There are too many examples here. But you see, like I said, you must be careful. Some of these words are used in order for you to be confused. I will give the last example here. We have a spelling symbol. We have I to E. That's how I choose to say it. I to E means there is an I and an E in the same word, but in between the I and E, there is a separation by a consonant sound. So we have such words like machine, machine, We have vaccine. So by the time you say vaccine, you definitely know that towards the end you have I and E. So I and E together now end up giving you the E sound you have had here. So vaccine and words like that. So we go to the next one. I hope we are still together. All right, we go to the next one. The next sound is just like the first, but it is slightly different from the first. The only difference between the two is that the last one is a long sound, and this next one is a short sound. And this short sound usually too has spelling symbols. The first and very important spelling symbol for this next sound, which is just E, just E. The first spelling symbol is letter I. And like I said, the sound is E, and it is represented by small letter I that is written in between the bars, like I told you from the beginning. So it's written like that, so it's just E, very short. So the first spelling symbol is letter I. So we have it typically in such words like pin, P-I-N. We have it in such words like tin, T-I-N. We have it in drink. We have it in think. We have it in pin. We have it in lip. We have it in so many other words. Even skip, you can see such in the dictionary or anywhere. There are too many of them. But of course, that is a very typical spelling symbol. Then the next spelling symbol is this. That is a Y, letter Y. Letter Y is also another very, very, very key spelling symbol. And we have it in such words like city. If you say city, in city, we have an appearance of double E sound. We have it in city. So the Y at the end of T is E, so city. We have it in lorry. Lorry, we have it in tarry. Tarry, T-A-R-R-Y. We have it even in marry. We have it in many. We have it in berry. We have it in system. We have it in myth. Myth is M-Y-T-H. You can go on and on. And of course, another spelling symbol, remember again, we're doing the E sound. Another spelling symbol is very tricky here. This is letter E, small letter E, of course. Letter E or small letter or whatever, wherever it appears, letter E. And then this letter E, ordinarily, when I was younger, I used to think that every letter E will give me A. So you give me words like E-X-A-M-P-L. E, I tell you, example with my stomach right there in front of me, But that's not the truth. So it's going to be example. Let me give you a good example. And then you said, oh, that's an exaggeration, No, that's an exaggeration. No, like I said, example, exact, We have also in such very, very typical words like expire. Oh, the old man just expired. The old man just not the old man just expired. That's wrong, So it's expired. We have enforced. We have that man is wanted. Not wanted, but wanted. So we have what are the causes? What are the causes? You say what are the causes? No, what are the causes? So we can go on and on. There are so many other examples, and I think I will just give the last one. The last one is you and I. I beg to give this last one because it is very important. Now, you, I. Now, can you imagine? You give me B-U-I-L-D and you ask me to say it. You ask my student in my school to say it. They will tell you build. That process of saying it in a very long way, build. And it's as simple as build. My father built me a house. Or I will build a house for my father. I will build a house for my father. We have this association in Nigeria, Actors Guild of Nigeria. So it's guild. G-U-I-L-D is guild. I will build my father a house. I am not the president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. So we can go on and on. The next sound, which is also very important here, is I will just make an effort because of my listeners at home to give you a description of the next sound. The next sound is, if perhaps you miss my description, you are sure to find it as vowel number 4 because these vowels, sounds of English, are always numbered and the numbers remained. So this number is at number 4. And this is a sound that is just ordinary. We have it in our languages. It is a. Just open your mouth and push out air just once and you see just It's typical, we have it. So, but how do we write it? Imagine yourself writing a small letter E, but this time around, write the small letter E upside down. Upside down. The small letter E upside down, and immediately after it, write another small letter E. Small letter E upside down, and immediately after it, write another small letter E, so that the two will now be closely knit together. So once you have this, and this is the usual spelling symbol that you have in words. So the usual spelling symbol is first letter A. We have it in such words like fan. We have it in mat. We have it in cat. We have it in rat. We have map. We have, I can keep going on and on, This is typical. But I'm going to bring the next and the last, which is very tricky. A and I. Oh my God. A and I. The last time I checked, if you give me A and I in such words like L-A-I-D, I tell you lay it. And it's correct. But here again, I'm going to give you A and I, and it's going to give us a sound. Let's look at this word. For example, let's say P-L-A-I-D. T. Everyone will say plate. And it's plat. If you think it's bad, then as bad as I say it, it's correct. So it's plat, you know. Another word is P-L-A-I-D, is as bad as I'm going to say it, is plat. It's not played. Yes, this is English. In some situations, A and I gives you A. We're going to go to get to that sound today or any other day. But for now, remember that A and I in these two words I have used, like I said, plat and plurd. Okay? So we can quickly, we're going to go to the next one. We're going to give you an example. So we have, like I said, map, like I said, and I said plat, like I said, and I have again, like I said, plat. So we can write more examples. We can seek for more examples as much as we want. We also have another one, another sound which is very, very important here. The next sound is always put as vowel number 10. Vowel number 10 is, just imagine yourself writing V, letter V, small letter V, but this time around write it completely upside down. It's at number 10. And what is the sound? We said we had done an sound. It's a sound that we find in our languages. But in this next sound, it's somewhere within the region of our throat. So you have it as That's the sound. And then you have it in such words like C-U-P. And everyone says cup. Some of us even say, give me that cup, because I want to speak American English. Give me that cup. No, give me that cup. Give me the cup. And let me cut, not let me cut. If you say let me cut, you are cut, like C-A-T. If you say let me cut, you are C-O-T. But you say let me cut it for you. You know, we can go on and on like that. So that the first spelling symbol is U, letter U. And such words like club, like cut, like up, and the rest, and of course. So we can have another symbol, spelling symbol, which is O, just O. O is very dangerous, you see. Sometimes it goes somewhere and it gives you ew. Another time it gives you O. Now it's going to give us that sound in the throat I just told you that looks like an sound. So what is it? We say in love. I told them, if I were a girl and any man comes around and say, I love you, I tell you, you don't love me. Give me love. It's what? It's love. It's not love. It's love. So I love. Someone told me the other day that you love money. I said, of course, why not? I love money. Everyone does. So I love. So you have mother, you have love, you have so many others, okay? So now we can get mother, love, you have, I have a son. My son will not sit in the sun for hours. My son. So you have S-O-U-N and S-O-N are all pronounced the same. Please, can you quickly get to the last sound? The last sound here is going to be, imagine A and I together. And it's simple. You say I. The spelling symbol is I to E as in hike and bike and like and the rest. Of course, you can have it in IE when you have just IE coming one after the other. You have it in lie. You have it also in UY as in buy. You have it in just Y. Y giving you I as in fly and my and of course and fly and Y and why. When you say why did you do it? Something like that. So these are the sounds we have discussed for today, and I am sure that you have learned a lot from these sounds. So we have questions for you, but I think the best thing we're going to do, we just push the questions to you on WhatsApp so that you can see the questions. The questions are going to be strictly based on the sounds we have discussed, and you're going to see the number. I'm just going to call the number right now for you, so that of course you're going to answer the questions on these 5 typical sounds that we said are difficult, and I hope you have learned them. Remember, the first one is E, like we said, E, A, in the throat, and then I. The number again is, join us on WhatsApp, like I said, 09029282040. Again, the number is 09029282040. Please, you can join us. Thank you very much until we come here again next lesson. Thank you for listening.
That was a wonderful presentation by our facilitator. He taught us a whole lot, and I learned as well, so I believe you've learned something this lovely edition of the program, Teaching and Learning on Radio. Well, join us again next time. That's tomorrow. Join us again and for another lovely edition of the program. You never can tell the subjects coming up, so just be on the lookout. And children out there, and not just children, parents, I urge you to encourage your children to listen to the program. As they stay at home, they learn as well. All right, thank you so much for watching and listening. Bye-bye.